I made a post recently asking which concept made more sense. And it was the concept of one God who is indivisible, no children, versus three gods who are physically separate, and one dies for 3 days, but there's still one.
She just described the doctrine of the Trinity as three gods physically separated into different beings. One of them died for 3 days, but there's still one. Is that an accurate definition of the doctrine of the Trinity?
No, it's not. It's completely false.
But here's what I can say. It's about as accurate as Allah's description of the Trinity in the Quran. Everyone who's watching what Rosie just did, that's called a straw man. She's attacking a position that is not actually a position. She is either clueless, which is weird because she claims to be a former Seventh-day Adventist, and Seventh-day Adventists know what the doctrine of the Trinity is, or she is deliberately misrepresenting the doctrine, whichever that case may be. She would just be following the pattern laid down in the Quran, where Allah says that the Trinity is made up of God, Jesus, and Mary, who are three separate beings, and they just work together as one, which is the definition of the Trinity according to no one ever, and yet Allah, that's his refutation of the doctrine of the Trinity.
And it was the concept of one God who is indivisible,
who is described as a gremlin with a head and a torso, two arms on one side of his body, one leg with 1 or 2 feet on it. That is the actual description. And guess what, Rosie? If you're hearing it for the first time, no surprise. They're not going to tell you that until later. That's the God you worship. And they're not going to tell you that they actually have to downplay how complicated this is according to Islamic theology, because you have Allah, then you have Allah's speech, which is eternal and can appear as a person. And they're not going to tell you that Allah breathes out his spirit, who also appears as a person. So there's Allah and his spirit and his word, all of whom are personal agents. They're not going to tell you that, because then you might start wondering, whoa, is our theology really simpler than the Trinity? They also won't tell you that individual chapters of the Quran have their own personalities and can appear to speak at the judgment for you. And yet 114 different personalities within the Quran. This is all stuff you'll find out in the future. You won't find it out from your guys. You'll never hear it from your scholars. You're not going to hear it from your Dawah heroes. You're only going to hear it from us. And then you're going to get mad at us for saying it, but you'll find out we're right. Rosie, just keep your pretend, easy to understand, simple Allah, and then tell everyone, explain the doctrine of the Trinity. Three gods.
Who are physically separate.
They're physically separate, so they're all physical.
And one dies for 3 days.
For 3 days.
Still one.
That's the doctrine of the Trinity, according to Rosie.
Three gods.
That was all that was in the post.